Chit Chat with Double V with host Vivian Velez is a program that breaks down important national concerns, events, and stories, featuring newsmaker interviews and compelling features to add context, clarity, and answer the questions on your mind. Every Sundays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, GMA Affordabox, Easy Box, and all DTT boxes. Simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Seen on Facebook /DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and YouTube channel DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Radio Bandido.
Well, good Sunday afternoon, everyone. Once again, Vivian Velez here and my co-host, Raymond Diamzon.
Hi,
Raymond.
Hi, Bibs. Hi, everyone. To our listeners, magandang hapon and welcome again to our new episode, Chit Chat with Double B.
Yeah, another exciting, napaka-importanting topic natin, because for the last few weeks, we've been talking to a lot of our industry, masasabi natin mga, what do you call that, participants. Ito yung napaka-importante na sinabi mo na kailangan naman, after all of this, kailangan alamin natin kung paano natin mapoprotektahan, di ba, ang ating intellectual property. So please introduce our special guest.
Yes, I'd like to introduce my good friend, Attorney Angelo Jello Santiago. Nakasama ko siya mag-work before sa Intellectual Property of the Philippines and he's now teaching, right, sa UP Diliman, and he's pursuing an advocacy sa intellectual property protection and enrichment. Hi, Jello. Hi, Attorney.
Hi.
Magandang hapon. Hi, Ms. Vivian. Hi, Raymond. Thank you for the invitation. At magandang hapon sa milyon-milyon yung taga-subaybay.
Milyon talaga. No? Attorney Jello, can I call you Attorney Jello?
Sure.
Well, ang bata-bata pa pala ni Attorney Jello, no?
Maaga naman namulat sa IP. Kasi my mom used to be a top official sa IPO. So, bata pa lang ako talaga exposed na ako. Yung dinner table conversations namin, intellectual property din. So, I'm excited to be talking with you today.
So, let's fire the first question.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, yung nabanggit nga ni Jello, yung mother niya si dating Director General ng Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, si Ms. Josephine Santiago. O yun, nakamit ko siya before. And before kasi, Vibs, nung nasa SGP, nung Vice President pa ako sa Screenwriters Guild of the Philippines, naging active kami to teach our members, mga writers, kung paano ba maingatan yung kanilang literature, yung kanilang work, no? Kasi gumagawa ng script, so kailangan ingatan yun. So nagkaroon tayo ng mga series of workshops in partnerships with IPO. So doon tinulungan kami ni Attorney Jello at saka ng mother niya para mabigyan natin ng pag-aaral at saka ng information and other crucial steps on how to protect our IP. So kasi sabi mga Bibs, di ba, hindi natatapos ang produkto sa paglikha, di ba? So parang kailangan alam natin kung paano natin siya ingatan para may iwasan yung piracy at saka yung iba pang mga untoward incident na ikakaroon ng kasi yun yung medyo parang palaisipan sa ating mga artistic, mga creators, no? Iba-iba kasi yung mga creation ng mga artists. Hindi natin alam kung hanggang saan ba yung limit na kailangan mong sabihin, akin yan. Kasi minsan nagkakaroon ng conflict, di ba? Uy, parang kamukha nung sa akin. Bakit kinuha niya?
Yes.
So kasi meron pala mga meron pala yung mga certain limitation para sabihin mo na sa'yo yun at hindi mo siya pwedeng i-demanda. So malalaman natin kay...
Malalaman natin. Siguro yung question ko, kasi I'm not so familiar with it, although I've heard about it. What is an intellectual property? And is there a law that's currently protecting our intellectual property? Yan siguro ang una nating tanungin. Ano ba talaga ang IP?
Yes.
Thank you. Actually, that is a great first question. No? To contextualize everything, we've been talking about artworks, no, and how to protect them. Actually, if we take a step back, intellectual property covers are creations of the mind. So hindi lang literary artistic works, but lahat ng mga pwede nating maisip, halimbawa, inventions. So pwede yun, di ba? Literary artistic works kasama. Tapos kunwari sa businesses, di ba gumagawa tayo ng mga logos, slogans. Yan.
Correct.
So kasama yan sa intellectual property and other things like designs ng mga damit, ng mga kotse, intellectual property din yan kasi gawa ng utak. Okay. So loosely speaking, intellectual property refers to creations of the mind. Now, although I think that we may be talking more about copyright today kasi we're talking about creations ng mga nasa industry natin sa arts, right? Pero pwede nating mapagsama-samahin yan kahit paano. So, for example, we may be creating works protected by copyright. Kunwari, libro. A libro is protected by copyright. Let's take, for example, Harry Potter. No? Harry Potter is a work na sinulat ni Miss J.K. Rowling. But it has grown into a very, very big franchise. Naging movie na siya. Marami na siyang naging merchandise. Yeah. So, tumawid na siya to another kind of intellectual property, which is trademarks. So,
I see trademarks, yes.
Yeah, but
industrial designs kasama na yan dyan, no?
Pwede. Depende kung anong specific na pinapaprotektahan natin. Yun.
But what about ideas and concepts? Kunyari, idea pa lang.
Yes.
And,
ideas, in the world of copyright po, ideas are not copyrightable. So imagine the idea of love or boy loves girl, di ba? Napakadaming kwento ng ganon. Boy meets girl, they fall in love.
Yes.
If someone is able to copyright that, nako, isang tao lang yung pwede gumamit man, di ba? And everyone else cannot. So, yung idea itself is not copyrightable.
Concept is.
Hindi rin. Ganun din po yan.
Hindi din.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like, there was a Supreme Court case, no? 19-something.
Okay.
So, ang pinag-uusapan nila ay format ng game show.
Yes. Okay, it's a
like
concept.
Dating game, di ba?
Yes.
Dating game, may blind date, so may babaeng pumipili ng mga lalaki. Right? Even today, may mga ganun po tayong game show, di ba? Ganong concept.
Yes.
So, the Supreme Court said there na the concept of that kind of dating show, yung may mga lalaking contestants, may babae, is not copyrightable. Pero, yung kanilang execution, yung format, ilang lalaki, anong itsura ng stage, etc. Even the recording of that broadcast, no, nung game show na yon, is what is copyrightable. So which brings me to the concept, one of the basic concepts in intellectual property na idea expression dichotomy. So idea is not protectable, but the expression of that idea is what's protectable.
Okay. Pakiulit yan.
Okay. So sa konsepto one of the basic principles in intellectual property is the idea expression dichotomy.
Expression, okay.
Yes. So pag sinabi kong, for example, love, I have my own, I could express love through a song, through a poem. Right?
Okay.
Si Raymond is a scriptwriter, so pwede siyang gumawa ng play, ng movie script, right? So the way that idea of love was expressed, yun yung copyrightable.
Okay. So pero ano bang purpose ng intellectual property? Ano ang purpose?
Yes. So for that, pwede nating sabihin two sides of the same coin, no? Because we're talking about creations of the mind, no?
Okay.
One side benefits the creators. In the Constitution, sabi ng Constitution, the state shall protect gifted citizens, shall secure exclusive rights to their gifted citizens. So, yung mga creators, mga inventors, bibigyan kayo ng batas ng exclusive rights of your work. Siyempre, para you can create more works, right?
Okay.
If you are incentivized, if you have exclusive rights for a certain period of time, and you can make money out of the creations that you make, then para pabor yan sa'yo as a creator. But we have to take note also that may other side of the coin yan. Diba? Kung meron kang creator, meron kang consumer. So in so far as the public, you and I are concerned, intellectual property also benefits us. Diba? Kung wala yung mga creative people like kayo nila Raymond, ganyan, wala kaming mapapanood. Wala kaming may enjoy sa Netflix, sa TV, sa pelikula. Wala kaming music. Kaming mga non-gifted people. But the point is, no, it benefits the creators and the public. And from a state point of view, syempre, it attracts commerce, diba, investments, taxes. So sometimes doon parang na-emphasize yung incentive point of view. Pero meron ding other side na yun nga, tayo, we benefit also from IP.
Yeah. Actually, Bibs, nabanggit mo yung kanina, iba't ibang klase ng mga di ba, mga produkto, mga konsepto. And sabi ni attorney kanina, yung expression ng isang concept ang pwede mong applyan at pwede maprotektahan yung copyright or trademark or patent. Kasi there's this good example sa toys. Yung Lego, di ba yung Lego kasi ang pinaka-concept niya kasi interlocking yung mga bricks niya. Pinakabit-kabit para makabuo ng object. Sila yung nauna, yung company na yun sa pag-originate ng ganong klaseng toys. Tapos, for a long time, sila lang yung may ganong concept ng toys. And then may mga gumaya, ibang mga cheaper alternatives na nanggaling sa China, sa ibang mga bansa. Nagdemanda yung Lego kasi parang ang argument nila is sila yung nauna dun sa concept na nagdidikit-dikit interlocking bricks. So dapat sila lang yung pwedeng mag-manufacture ng mga toys na using the same concept. Kaso natalo sila after a long case and parang ni-rule na yung concept kasi sabi nga ni attorney kanina hindi mo siya pwedeng i-copyright, hindi mo siya pwedeng applyan ng ganun. But yung expression, pagka kinopya mismo nung company, halimbawa yung gumawa sa China is kinopya niya yung exact set na as in parang minolde siya, ganun, di ba? Gumawa yung Lego na Star Wars na set. Tapos kinopya talaga nung company na nag-pirate up to the finest detail, pati yung box, pati yung design ganun. Yun yung pwedeng idemanda. Pero yung concept mismo ng interlocking bricks, hindi siya pwedeng mag-exclusive sa isang company lang.
Okay. I may have to clarify a bit, no? Kanina sinasabi kong ideas are not copyrightable, right? So insofar as literary and artistic works, yung mga nasa arts industry is concerned, ideas are not copyrightable. But tatawid tayo ng mabilis lang sa patents, no? Yung kay Lego kasi, it's a patent. Okay.
Patented.
Patent naman, invention, the design of that thing, no? So doon naman sa mundo naman ng patents, loosely speaking, ideas are protectable. Like, kunwari, ano ba example? Kunwari, the idea or composition ng drugs, ng let's say, cancer medicine. So if someone copies that formulation, that idea of that formulation that you protected through a patent, then yun yung bawal. So posibleng ganun yung nangyari sa Lego, no? So distinguish ko lang yung sa Lego was a patent, but kanina we're talking about literary artistic works tulad ng books, tulad ng mga artwork designs.
Yung sa attorney, yung sa gamot naman kasi yung mga cancer drugs at saka yung iba pang mga anti-infection na mga gamot, specifically yung sa HIV, kasi nung nagkaroon ng HIV noong 80s and the 90s, yung treatment niya is very expensive. So nagkaroon ng tinatawag na reverse engineering, if I'm not mistaken yung term, ginawa sa India, nag-manufacture sila ng exact drugs, pero mas cheaper siya. So kaya madami yung marami mga pharmacies na nakapag-export tapos na i-distribute nila lalo na yung mga third world countries na mga may sakit na benefit sila kasi they don't have to spend so much. And yung mga nag-originate na ng mga pharmaceutical companies, wala silang hindi nila ma-contest. Paano ba natin na-explain yun?
Okay. Ang una natin kailangang konsepto na matutunan is that intellectual property, specifically patents, no? Because we're talking drugs, it is territorial. Okay? Territorial, meaning kung saan ka nag-apply ng protection for your drugs or medicines, doon ka lang protektado.
Protected.
So it may be the case na sa India, walang nag-file ng patent doon. Pwede, no? But kung pharma ako, company, magpa-file ako sa India kasi malakas yung pharma industry nila, di ba? So pwedeng wala nag-file ng patent sa India, in which case they are free to reverse engineer or to work or to use that patented invention kahit patented sa ibang bansa. Again, because of territoriality. So yun, it depends on the circumstances of the case. Pwede ring, assuming may patent naman, pwedeng meron silang license from the patent owner. Or kung ayaw nung patentee na ibigay yung license, no? Pwede namang i-compel ng gobyerno na mag-big, patentee, dahil hindi mo kunwari tinatrabaho hindi ka na gumanufacture ng HIV drugs dito, payagan mo si third party na gumawa ng drugs.
Yeah, so dito pala, Bibs, pwede tayong gumawa sa Pilipinas ng sarili nating drugs na mas cheaper.
Yes.
For example, anti-COVID or yung mga iba pang mga anti-infection na mga drugs na mahal, di ba?
Yeah. Yung question ko nga kanina, what is the purpose, no? Kasi like for instance, itong case na to is really on more on protecting your investment. Kasi I mean, you were the one who, like if you invented something, no, it takes money and time, di ba? For you to implement whatever ideas or concepts that you have. And then, ikaw yung talagang namuhunan, no? For instance, of course, itong lalo na, especially with medicines, no? It takes so many, no? So many process, no, bago ka makarating, no, sa tamang produkto. Pagkatapos, ang gagawin lang yung iba, i-dissect lang nila, and then they'll just copy it, di ba? So yung investment mo, you won't be able to recoup or something like that. So these are the things na you purpose ng intellectual property. It's not really being very selfish, as you call it, because you don't want anybody to, like for instance, ako sa akin sa medicine is really medyo ko doon dahil para makakreate ka ng murang medisina para sa mga mahihirap. It's parang, but it's a chicken and an egg. Paano naman yung investment nung talagang naglabas, no? But anyway, so yun ang isang purpose po is really to protect your investment, no? And pagka sa mga intellectual property naman ng, let's say, copyright, yung ideas of how like for instance yung as you were saying sa mga inventions ng toys or things like that, a face or parang sa marketing kasi there's an idea also, di ba, like yung Wow Philippines, copyrighted yung Wow Philippines
or trademark
trademark because it's a trademark,
di ba?
So okay, that will fall under the trademark, no? Yun, binabayaran din ang isang media firm, di ba, to create. Mahal din ang bayad noon, di ba, Monj? Yung mga ganong creations, ng mga marketing creations. Mahal
yung mga
din
logos. Mga trademark, yung mga logos niya, di ba? Kasi yun parang kinikarry, siya yung mukha ng brand mo eh. So pagka nakita mo siya, distinguish mo agad, ay ano to, Colgate to, ano to, Palmolive, parang gano'n. So alam mo agad na may bibenta mo siya just by the logo alone.
Oh, hindi, kasi meron ako, yung inaano ko yung Wow Philippines, yung mga ganong trick, yung mga ganong taglines, pati yung the concept, parang meron yata tayong, at the time, nakalimutan ko na kung anong era yun sa ating TOT, yung Department of Tourism, na parang meron silang nagaya.
Yes,
natatandaan mo ba yun, Monj?
Ano yata yan yung Pilipinas kay ganda?
Ay, di ba smart fan yata yun?
Parang gano'n, di ba?
Yung ba yun?
Oo, Para basta meron silang nagaya, no?
Yung first tourism.
For fun in Switzerland, parang ganun.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yun yung first tourism officer ni Noynoy Aquino, and para di ba nag-resign nga siya after nun. Yun.
Oo.
Yeah,
So yung mga ganon attorney, bawal yon, di ba? Let's say kunwari, maski nasa Philippines ka, pagkatapos merong isang because you're selling that idea and concept.
Yes, it depends po, Miss Viv, no? As I mentioned, territorial yung IP. So kung hindi naman siya registered dito, yung it's more fun, then pwede. So may konsepto din tayo, for example, ng well-known marks, no? Which has to be determined by the IPO Director General or the courts. For example, yung crocodile dito, pwede siyang well-known brand. Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi ako nababanggit na pangalan eh. Baka may sponsor. Pero, so yun, parang if i-determine ng competent ng court, IPO, the court mismo, na well-known siya, then even if hindi siya registered dito, then hindi pwedeng gayahin or subject siya to protection under the trademark law. Pero, the general rule, that's more of an exception, no? But the general rule is if hindi siya registered dito, pwede mong gayahin. However, pwedeng absuelto ka nga sa trademark law, pero yung perception sa'yo ng mga tao, yun na yung issue. So, under the law, pwedeng okay naman yung ginagawa mo, pero in branding or advertisement circles, baka naman may stigma ka na. So, iba na yung usapan.
Yeah, pero question, paano kung for example, nag-originate ka ng isang brand and you want to export your brand to other countries, so kailangan mag-apply ka sa bawat isang country na paglalabasan mo ng produkto mo para hindi ka gayahin doon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pero,
medyo titis pala siya, no?
Yun, teka nga, let me get to that, no? Pero, bago yun, let me take a step back. So, kanina napag-usapan natin briefly yung copyright, a little bit of patents. Ngayon, we're talking trademarks. So, this is a third kind of intellectual property, no? And trademarks, they help distinguish the goods or services of an enterprise from another. So, broadcasting station. So, iba yung tagline ninyo sa tagline ng ibang radio station. And Radio Bandido, as opposed to another radio station, di ba? Pangalan pa lang alam mong, dito si Miss Vivian, dito si Raymond. Alam mong wala sila dito sa kabila. And yun yung benefit ng trademarks, no? And that's the reason why you also want to protect trademarks is because, as Raymond mentioned, doon na nakita mo palang nakalakip na lahat doon ng good things and possibly good things about your company. So pag nakita ka ng green na logo na may babaeng mukhang sirena, pumukuha ka ng kape doon ako mahilig mag-aral, ganyan. As opposed to another, let's say, coffee shop, na hindi ako pupunta doon kasi yung ambience, for example, experience ko. Dito din kasi sa coffee shop na to, di ba yung may green na may buhok, minsan makikita mo sa Facebook, mali yung spelling ng pangalan ko. Right? And it's somewhat kind of the experience also na, dito pala siya may experience na minamali yung spelling ng pangalan ko. So by protecting your logo, you're protecting your brand na nakalakip dun si logo. So yun.
So yun ang patents. Okay, sorry.
That's trademark. Yung question ni Raymond na kailangan mo mag-file ng trademark sa bawat bansa, totoo yun.
Yes.
It is tedious originally, but meron tayong tinatawag ng protocol or agreement among countries. Madrid Protocol yung tawag na mag-file ka lang sa IPO dito sa Pilipinas. Sabihin ko, okay, gusto kong pumunta ng US, check ko yung kahon US, check ko yung kahon ng Europe. Saan sa Europe? France, gano'n. And isang application ka lang, dadalhin na doon. Dadalhin na through that protocol, yung ibang bansa, hindi mo na kailangan ng magpumunta pa isa-isa. So, napapadali. Ganun din, similarly sa patents. Meron din tayong similar protocol. Para kahit dito ka lang mag-file sa Pilipinas, pwede mo na lang piliin kung saan mo gustong pumunta.
Pero merong mga governments na very active sa pagpupursue sa mga copyright, mga nag-infringe ng mga IPs. Like for example, di ba dito sa atin, ang dami nagbebenta ng mga peking Nike, Adidas, ibang mga branded na apparels. Tapos nire-raid sila. Tapos parang kino-confiscate siya. Ibig ba sabihin ba nun, attorney, nasa discretion din ng mga bawat bansa yun to be actively pursuing the counterfeit products at saka yung mga distributors kahit walang application yung mismong brand dun sa bansa na yun?
Okay. Thank you for that question. Actually, the one of the basic things also that we have to know about IP is it is a private right, no? Private right meaning yung mga raids na yan usually under the request of the owner. So, magre-raid ng warehouse ng mga fake si Nike kasi meron siyang information, for example, na ay may mga counterfeit ako dyan, unauthorized. So, it's not the government voluntarily looking or searching for infringers, and it's usually just at the instance ng IP owner. Ngayon, pwede rin kasi na baka may ibang batas na labas sa intellectual property na pwede namang gamitin ng gobyerno. For example, maraming raid ng mga fake na pirated DVDs, VCDs. So, it is under the jurisdiction of the Optical Media Board. Kasi diba, yun yung jurisdiction nila yung mga CDs, diba? Yung mga movies na nandun, for example. So, it's not really IPO per se, but si OMB, magre-raid sila, ay wala silang permit to sell CDs. And in the process, nasa-serve din in a way yung goals ng IP, which is to protect copyrighted works.
Ayun, so yung OMB is under siya sa IPO? Kinreate siya because of the IPO mandate?
Under siya ng Office of the President. Pero there's this consortium or committee on National Committee on Intellectual Property Rights kung saan kabilang yung OMB, kabilang yung IPO, FDA, police, DILG, BIR even, and 5 other agencies para talaga mapangalagaan yung or to promote, to strengthen IP enforcement dito sa bansa.
Kasi yun ang isa sa mga natin, Monch, di ba, yung mga nagiging problema natin is really the piracy.
Yes.
So, napakalaking problema natin yan. But then, of course, because of the onset of our, marami ng online no? Yun nga yung, hindi ba kayo nahihirapan? But pag-usapan natin, no, yung mga violations and Pero gusto ko ring i-tackle kasi yung mga what consists of intellectual properties na covered siya. Paano yung mga protection of undisclosed informations? Kasi ito parati ko na yung mga NDA, non-disclosure, yung mga ganyan pagka pumipirma tayo ng mga napoprotektahan pa tayo ng mga ganito. What can you say?
Yes. Actually, nakalista sa intellectual property code yung different kinds of IP. So, nabanggit na natin na pag-usapan na ng mabilis yung copyright, patents, and trademarks. So, as regards undisclosed information, dito kasama dito yung mga, kunwari, your business. So, you have your business list, supplier lists, pricing lists mo, na ayaw mong competitors mo makuha. Otherwise, kaya gagawin mo lahat ng pwede mong gawin to keep it secret. So that includes signing NDAs, yung physically pagtago sa vault, pwede rin yan, di ba? Basta under the law, you cannot be compelled to disclose your secret or trade secret, kung colloquially tawagan. You cannot be compelled kasi as long as sorry. So you cannot be compelled, basically. Pero what would fall under undisclosed information is dapat una nag-enact ka ng reasonable means para i-keep mong secret. So yun nga, yung mga kontrata mo. And then it should be valuable in such a sense na it gives you competitive edge over your competitors.
Okay.
So kasama yung mga may famous restaurant dyan, di ba, na secret herbs.
Recipes.
Yan. Pwede kasama yun. So, in a way, you could think of yung, di ba, nabanggit ko inventions kanina for patents. So sa inventions, you need to disclose them. That's why yung sabi ni Raymond kanina, pwedeng trabahuhin ng iba or pwedeng trabahuhin ng iba kasi before you get granted a patent, you need to disclose it.
Yeah.
Kabalik ka rin naman yung trade secret, you need to keep them secret. At yun yung prone to reverse engineering. So ang kaibahan nun is patent, malinaw kapag na-infringe yung patent mo, ibig sabihin, yung naprotektahan sa'yo ay ginawa ng iba. Minake yung invention mo, in-import, binenta, etc. Sa trade secret, mahirap mong habulin. Kasi, kunwari, this soft drink na more than 100 years yung ganito yung bote.
Yes.
Trade secret yon. Maraming nagtangka na gumaya, pero hindi siya na-reverse engineer. And meron ngang folklore, which I read naman not to be true, but it's nice to hear that. Yung formula nung specific product na yon, no one person daw knows all of the formulas. So, hindi sila pwede magsabay ng, kunwari, 2 tao yan. Hindi sila pwede sumakay ng aeroplano kasi wala.
Parang narinig ko yata yun.
Pero, from what I read, hindi naman daw totoo yan. But, it has a nice meaning or import to that story.
Ang isa pa yung very famous is yung KFC, di ba? Mm-hmm. Yung recipe ng KFC na mga sinasabi nila, and yon, mga protected yon, di ba? So how do you, so pagkatulad ng mga ganun, yung ating mga yung protections, yung mga undisclosed informations, yung mga patents, paano natin yon? How do we do it? I mean, as yung sinabi mo nga kanina, yung sa patent, no? Ipapatent mo yon, but what about these undisclosed informations and yung mga ganyan? Ganun din sa patent office.
Keep them secret. Keep them secret. So, pag kunwari, meron kang mga empleyado, usually nandun doon non-disclosure. Even after 5 years or so, you cannot take any invention here and bring it outside, or you cannot compete in a competitor na same line of business. So it's more of contracts that would protect that.
Kasama rin ba yung ito, I don't know, it's a dumb question, pero kasama ba yung, let's say, kunyari, somebody's working for you, and whatever you talked about in the office or in, let's say, kunyari sa bahay, di ba, meron ako mga naririnig na gano'n, that they sign that they cannot disclose any informations or anything that is happening within that boundary. Meron bang ganon? Totoo ba yon?
Pwede. Because kontrata naman yun eh. So, labas na siya sa IP, no?
So,
but
hindi siya IP. Oo.
Basta you should enact measures to keep them secret. Para maprotektado ka kapag may nag-leak nun. So, hindi ka lang pwedeng i-compel na i-disclose yun. Because it gives you advantage also. And there's jurisprudence na saying na hindi ka pwedeng i-compel to disclose it.
Okay, so then how do you best protect your own intellectual property? What is the process?
Okay. It depends po, Miss Vivian. So, puro it depends tayo eh. So, kapag sinabi nating patents, no, you need to file with the IPO.
Okay.
Isipin mo muna, no?
Okay.
Patent ba gusto ko din? Kasi hindi rin porket patentable yung invention mo, susugod ka na agad. The protection is for 20 years from the date of filing.
Wow, and 20 years.
Yes. 20 years. Oh. But from the 5th year onwards, kailangan mo magbayad sa IPO or sa gobyerno under the law.
Mahal ba, attorney?
Wala naman. but the assumption is kasi you are commercializing.
Okay.
Diba? Bakit ka magpapatent ng invention
kung
hindi mo gagawing business? So, as I would say in my lectures, patenting is a business decision. Hindi nga porket may invention ka, patent mo agad. So, depende rin. Kunwari, ang ang invention mo relates to blockchain, for example, or one of the new technologies na sobrang bilis ng lifespan, no? So, do you need the entire 20 years? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Kung yung empleyado mo, kung mga software yung pinag-usapan natin, software inventions, computer-related inventions, baka meron kasi tayong tinatawag na utility model naman, which is like a patent, but just 7 years yung protection. So baka that might be better. But just the same, whether patent or utility model, you need to go to the IPO to have it protected. As regards trademarks, fine with the IPO. Copyright naman, this might be confusing, but you might have heard na, uy, pupunta ako, magpaparegister ako ng copyright. Punta ako sa National Library or sa IPO. So, under the law, from the moment of creation, protektado na yung ating works, literary artistic works. So, pagkatuyo pa lang ng ballpen ni Raymond sa kanyang script, may copyright na. Yan. So, hindi mo kailangan pumunta sa IPO, but in a resibo culture, di ba mahilig tayo sa, nasa ng proof mo, resibo mo.
Yeah.
You can deposit. Pwede ka mag-deposit sa IPO or sa National Library. Ibigyan kayo ng certificate saying na certificate of registration, X owns this work, X created this work, and then, yun lang, what kind of work is it? So, meron ka lang certificate na nagbigay ka ng kopya. And this
actually,
certificate of deposit and registration.
I actually applied for that eh. Oo.
You did?
I actually sa National Library, I went there, tapos ang binayaran ko lang talaga yung yung documentary stamp. Tapos, and then libre na lahat, yung parang ipinrocess na nila, and then ayun, protected na siya.
Yes.
Pero di ba, attorney, pwede rin yung di ba, aside from depositing with the National Library, you can self-mail, send mo sa bahay mo, pwede rin yun?
Again, from the moment of creation, may copyright ka na, no? But if you're saying self-mail or registration with IPO, registration na, I'm saying ganito, kasi you don't really need that, no? Para magka-copyright. It may be proof na kung nagkaroon na ng issue, may nangopyang iba, pag tingnan mo yung petsa, kailan ba na-issue to? Kailan ka nag-mail ng sarili mong work? Pag nagkademandahan sa korte, pwede mo siyang ipakita na proof. Pero hindi yun yung pinaka-proof na hinahanap ng korte. It may add to your case. Yun.
Well, nandiyan na, how do you violate, yun nga, how do you violate an intellectual property rights law? Meaning, yun nga, pagka ginaya mo lang, yung mga ganon, proof na yun na nag-violate ka, or there is a certain process.
Okay. The first question I ask is, even with clients, kung na may permission ka ba from the owner? If wala,
okay.
Parang flowchart eh. If wala, infringement.
Okay, infringement, okay.
But if it may be infringing, no? Titingnan mo naman, yung gamit mo ba ng, let's stick to copyright muna, no? Yung gamit mo ba, even though wala kang authorization, allowed ba under the law? So for example, if you're using,
music.
Sa mga klase.
Attorney, kasi parati ko nakikita yung infringement na yan sa pagka meron kang sinashare na music, di ba? Let's say, kunyari sa Facebook, tapos meron kang or may cover lang yung isang music, tapos shinare mo, tapos itatanungin kagad sa'yo ng Facebook, i-out nila yung music kasi they'll have to ask kung meron kang permission.
Yes.
Is that part of it?
Yes, okay. Kasi kung ako yung YouTube, ayokong ako yung makasuhan ng infringement. So ang gagawin ko as a very, very safe measure, tanggalin ko muna yan if I think it's infringing, and then you tell me that it's not infringing. Para kung ako sa YouTube, I cover my, everything. I cover my behind. Para hindi ako kasuhan.
Well, let's say, kunyari ako, may nakita rin ako sa Facebook, from a wall na music in the 90s or ganyan. Tapos, meron siyang video, tapos shinare ko lang dun sa wall ko. Infringement ba yon?
Shinare nyo lang yung link.
Not the link, the video itself.
Honestly, wala pang specific na provision sa IP code, no?
Okay.
And the IP code is more than 20 years old. Wala pang konsepto ng internet video. That's why they're trying to amend it, no, para maging up to date. But if you're sharing the video itself, no, then it may be infringing. Maybe, depending on the facts of the case. Kasi you took it and then upload. And
but it wasn't the public. It was public.
Okay.
So okay.
Yes, thank you. That's a very good point to raise, no? A common conception ng mga tao is, na-Google ko lang yan, na-YouTube ko lang yan, it's public.
Okay.
Right? But public access does not necessarily mean public domain.
Okay.
Ang public domain, yun yung wala ng copyright yung work. Kasi under the present IP code, lifetime of the author plus 50 years from death, doon magiging public yung work. Meaning, yes.
Ganun 50 years, public na siya, so pwede na.
Pwede na. No? Ano pa? If, for example, I am the copyright owner, tapos sinurrender ko, sige, I will not enforce my rights, anyone can use it, then public domain na. Binibigay ko for the benefit of the public. So, may other instances pa, like, kunwari, if it's a work of the government, I will not go heavily into that, no? Pero if it's a work of the government, automatic wala siyang copyright. Yun. So,
okay.
Kapag na-access mo sa Google,
sandali, attorney, iklaro natin. If it's a work of the government, or let's say, kunyari, even a network, let's say PTV4, yung mga ganyan, kasi that is government. So, anything that they put out, it's public. It's meaning, walang copyright.
It depends on what they put out. At sino yung gumawa ng work, no? Kasi what if janitor ng PTV4 ang gumawa ng broadcast? Hindi naman niya trabaho yun eh. Pero nakagawa siya.
Yeah.
So, hindi siya work of PTV4. But if gawa siya nung regular employee, yung nasa, di ba, merong kang civil service form, na yun yung part ng kanyang trabaho, it's work of the government. Pag ganun.
Okay. So, baka makalimutan ko lang. Sorry. Yung katulad natin, because we're in let's say in Facebook na lang, sa Facebook na lang. Di ba, ano tayo, point and shoot. Let's say merong isang news. Tapos ako merong isang breaking news. Tapos nakunan ko yung breaking news and then I put it out on my wall. At may nag-pick up na nun. Usually ganun di ba, Monch? Ang dami na, no? Kakalat ng bigla yun. Paano yun? Tapos ako ang kumuha. Tapos ang ilalagay lang nila, CTTO. Credit to the owner.
Ay, CTTO. Usong-uso yan.
Diba? Ganun talaga. The usual CTTO. Ano ba yun? Paano yun? Kunya, let's say breaking news. Sinabi mo, breaking news. Ako yung nakakuha ng video. Let's say, meron naging pataya or something. At ako yung nakakuha. And then, inilabas ko. Meron ba yun? Copyrighted ba yun?
Yeah. Two layers yun, no? Usually, CTTO tsaka no copyright infringement intended. Dalawa yun.
Yan yung dalawa niya parating ginagamit. Lusot ka na ba doon, attorney, pag ginamit mo yun?
Unfortunately, again, di ba, yung ating flowchart, no? Nagpaalam ba?
Okay.
Pag hindi, infringement, no? Ganun yung structure ko. Pero even if it might be infringing, titingnan mo pa, is it really infringing? Kasi yung gamit na yon, no? It's informational, ginamit sa news. And if you think about it, copyright should not hinder the flow of information, di ba?
Yes. Okay.
Therefore, that may be fair use. Kasi the purpose is
fair use ang tawag doon.
Or it may be one of the exceptions. May limited listahan yung IP code na ay pag for charitable purposes to or if for a religious institution, hindi. So, titingnan mo doon sa very limited scope ng exceptions.
Wow, ang hirap pala no, attorney. Paano kaya yun?
Well, pero let me just get back to the question, no?
Okay.
We're talking copyright infringement, and we're talking
Yes.
about, pag sinabi mo kasing economic rights, pag sinabi mong copyright, automatically, under the law, two bundles of rights yung pinag-uusapan dyan. Una, yung inisip natin na yung renta, yung sale, yung distribution, tinatawag na economic rights. Economic rights kasi, that would allow the person, the copyright owner, to earn. Babalik tayo dun sa incentive, di ba? Pwede kasing monetary incentive.
Okay.
Right? By having an exclusive set of rights na exclusive sa'yo, you can use it for whatever way you want, and including make money. Now, yung second bundle of rights under copyright is what is called moral rights. Okay? So dun sa moral rights naman, it highlights the personal link between the author and the work. Okay? So as the author of the work, you have the right to be attributed as the author. You have the right to object na gamitin yung work in such a way na mapapahamak yung reputasyon mo. Among other rights. Basta, pinapangalagaan nun yung reputation mo as an author. Kasi, if you think about it, being romantic about it, every piece of work that you create is a part of you, di ba?
Correct. Yeah.
Bit mo doon, nilagay mo doon yung experiences mo as a person. Kung may heartbreak ka, nilagay mo siya sa tula. So you may want to, the law wants to protect your relationship with your work that way. No? Okay. Pag sinabi mong CTTO, doon siya sa moral rights.
Okay.
Right to be attributed as the owner. Pero if sinabing CTTO, sino si owner? Hindi mo in-attribute. And as I would like to think about CTTO, pardon the French, pero para siyang gawaing tamad. Diba? kung sa school nga, kailangan mo mag-attribute, mag-cite, bakit dito sa real world hindi pwede, di ba? And sa school, pwede kang ma-expel, dito hindi. Ayun. Now, pag sinabi natin no copyright infringement intended, that goes into the economic acts. Yung the right to sell, the right to reproduce. Dalawa magkahiwala yun. But in both cases, yung disclaimer na yon will not legally...
It will not hold.
Yes. Pero pwede, kung pwede na makaawa siguro. Pwede ba namang sabihin sa owner na, ay sorry, hindi ko talaga in-intent. You know? But insofar as the law is concerned, pwede kang kasuhan pa rin. Kasi
pero
nga,
yung mga... Sige. Go.
Sige, talaga na. Kasi nga, bilang parte ng exclusive rights, no, the IP owner is given the authority to prevent others from making it, from reproducing it, depending on the IP.
I see. Meron kasing mga may mga questions din, attorney, na yung dating sa paggamit ng mga intellectual properties. Pagka daw hindi mo siya ginamit to generate income or revenue, ginamit mo na, for example, for education, for public information, pwede, napapayagan daw yun. Is that true?
It depends specifically kung ano yung specific facts na meron, no? Hindi ko kasi pwedeng sabihin na in general for education. Hindi pwedeng ganun eh. Kasi kunwari, uso nun mag-photocopy ka ng isang chapter ng libro, bigyan mo sa estudyante mo. Pero what if sa kaka-photocopy mo, na-photocopy mo na yung buong libro? Diba? So, kahit sabihin mong educational purposes siya, parang hindi yata tama yun, diba? I mean, just thinking about it. So depending on the facts present, at ibabangga mo dun sa, is it part of the exceptions? No? Eh di, doon mo malalaman kung maghahanap ka na ba ng abogado o hindi. But as I would always say to people, madali naman maghanap mag-ask ng permission. Diba? Email mo lang. So ngayon, madali naman mag-email. And more often than not, madali naman sila mag-respond, yung mga tao. And if they like what you want to do, diba, they might offer you even more. So, hindi mo kailangan mag-infringe agad as the first resort. Diba? Paalam ka lang.
But infringement din ba yun? Like, let's say yung mga music videos na it's all over the net and then we shared it, infringement din ba yun? Kasi marami tayong nakikitang ganon.
Mm-hmm. You share it meaning you share the link? Or
no, the video
upload
itself.
The video.
Upload the video.
Magkaibang bagay po yun. Kasi
if you upload the video.
If, kunwari kinuha mo, tapos in-upload mo ganon?
But it's all over the net. Meaning, it's in YouTube, it's in other, I mean, na-share na rin yun sa ibang pages, di ba, of music, parang ganon.
Yes, but again, the fact that it's publicly accessible does not mean it's public domain. And very likely, yung mga nag-share na yon are the official pages.
I see.
So kung ako, gusto ko mag-share ng video,
share ko yung pati yung page.
Yung link na lang. May functionality naman sa YouTube na pag nilagay mo yung link, di ba? You don't technically copy and paste or download and upload.
I see.
Just provide a link.
So parang yung method of sharing, yung parang ano doon, operational. Ibig sabihin, kasi pagka yung sinishare mo kasi, Vibs, parang you help promote the video, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang encourage mo yung mga viewers to go to this site to know about it more. Pero yung sinasabi ni attorney kasi yung the act of, kasi dina-download mo talaga yung video, which is actually illegal kasi kinokopya mo siya, nilalagay mo mismo sa computer mo, and then ina-upload mo siya for distribution. Yung natin medyo questionable.
Because you are reproducing the work, like digitally and technically actually reproducing the work.
I see.
So as a copyright owner, I have the right to authorize third persons or to prevent third persons from reproducing my work or a substantial portion of it. So hindi parte doon yung pag-share ng link.
Okay.
But what if ito yung mga personal but what if let's say
na lang para
let's say kunyari sa isang scene, no? Let's say kunyari may teleserye tapos may isang scene and I'm the one in it. So I'm not ABS-CBN or I'm not Channel 5 or whatever, but I'm the one in the scene. So I have the rights to that diba? To that footage or something. I can share it.
It depends on the situation.
Depende pa rin.
Kasi right now I'm in talks with a movie producer. Tapos meron silang actor release consent, parang ganun.
Yes.
So, kontrata nyo na yun. So, if you tell them that, okay, it's okay for you to use my image and likeness in the movies, then you're basically allowing them, authorizing them.
Yeah, allowing them. But what I'm saying is, once it's finished, parang it's not a trailer or, di ba, ang hilig natin kumuha ng mga excerpt ng mga of our scenes, tapos isi-share natin yon doon sa wall natin. Kasama naman ako doon. Infringement ba yon? Hindi siguro, di ba? Because that is me.
Yeah. Kasi also, under the intellectual property code, magiging, technically or legally, you're called a performer there. Okay?
Yeah.
And sabi ng batas na if you allow the fixation of your performance, fixation meaning na-record ka na, then hindi mo na pwedeng i-prevent yung reproduction ng work, etc. Lalo na in that case na nasa movie ka, very likely the copyright is with the producer. So, yun.
Pero paano naman pagka alimbawa yung concept ng spoofing, so parang kinukuha yung yung 'di ba yung mga parts nung palabas, pero gumagawa sila ng bagong konsepto using yung mga parts ng pinalabas mo, pero may altogether a different message kasi parang pinaparody nila, parang gano'n. Pero ba tayong restrictions?
Parang nangyayari yan sa TikTok, di ba? madalas, yung parang mini-mirror nila, let's say, kunyari, merong ano, tapos mini-mirror mo, yung ginagawa
Yes.
nung isang
Pwede.
ano. Oo.
So, babalik ako sa IP code na more than 20 years old, wala pang konsepto ng TikTok. But,
Wala pa.
yung acts na yon pwede maging fair use. Lalo kung, usually kasi yung spoofing, in a way, you're criticizing it, diba? Criticizing a work. Commentary. So, pwede siyang maging fair use. Just like, kahit level siya ni education, gano'n. So, ayun. Pwede siya doon pwede, I'm not saying na absolutely yes, but a case may be made na fair use.
Pero yon, it is very clear what you said, Attorney Jello, na wala pa, no? Like the concept of TikTok and all of that, hindi pa tayo nakaka-catch up. The law has not been able to catch up with all these innovations.
May mga certain aspects na hindi pa nakaka-catch up. Pero the framework is there. And so far as we are concerned as lawyers, it parang
medyo vague.
Vague in the sense na it's both a good thing and a bad thing, no? I'm saying for me, it's bad. Start ako doon. Kasi parang hindi ko sure kung saan ako gagalaw.
Yeah.
No? But it's also a good thing because malaya kang gumalaw. Because hindi clear-cut na ito bawal to, ito bawal to. Sorry, may mga acts na clear-cut na bawal. Pero if it may be excusable in the sense na fair use or is it an exception, then may konting wiggle room.
But I think, Attorney, for as long as nobody complains, right?
That is another thing, no? It's one thing to violate, but it's another to na makasuhan ka.
Correct.
Again,
kasi,
as I mentioned, private right yan. Karapatan yan ng IP owner kung gusto niyang habulin. But in a way kasi, pag naghabol ka ng kaso, it may send messages to people na, okay, I am not one na pwede niyong ganyan-ganyanin lang yung work ko. Diba? I know my rights. So, and you should be also aware of IP rights. Parang ganun. So, depende.
Pero usually, ano yan, ano? Pagka yung, nabanggit mo nga, Vibs, kasi yung mga kumukuha ng mga music and everything, the first step naman usually kasi attorney, di ba, is settlement muna. Nag-uusap man kayo na, sabihin ng IP owner na parang ginamit mo yung yung IP ko, whether it's music or text or whatever. Tapos, and then pag na-raise mo na yung information na yon doon sa kumuha, sabihin ng kumuha, mag-apologize. Halimbawa kung willful siya, no? Parang alam niya naman na merong may-ari nun pero ginamit niya willful. So pwede mag-apologize and then pwede magkaroon ng demand for settlement kasi siyempre nagamit siya, especially kung yung ginamit nyo nung kumuha for income purposes like revenue, kung work yun. Magkasabi yung IP owner, ang paggamit sa IP work ko na to is ganitong amount. So mag-uusap sila kasi sinasabi mo nga na parang last resort talaga is litigation pagka talagang pinasuhan medyo mas mahaba yung proseso siya, mas magastos siya. Hindi, ayun, so parang actually parang yun ang medyo, meron kasi akong Vibs, alam to ni attorney. Nagkaroon ako ng ganyang case na parang may isang song na sa pagkaka-research ko is 50 years old na and wala ng public domain na siya. So ginamit ko siya sa script and then na-broadcast siya. And then after siya na-broadcast, merong sumulat sa producer ko na parang, meron pa palang air apparently na nagmamay-ari ng kanta na yun.
Air.
So,
Air.
Air. So sabi, 80,000 daw kailangan bayaran. Sabi ko, wait lang. Kasi I did my due diligence. So parang nag-research ako on everything. And pinrove ko, nagpunta pa ako sa PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority, sa Manila City Hall para ma-prove na yung may-ari is matagal ng patay. Tapos wala naman nag-claim. Pero sinasabi nung claimant na we own it. So sabi ko, you have to produce an evidence that you own it. Itinransfer sa inyo yung pagmamay-ari. Eh nung hindi nila ma-produce, parang humahaba siya na humahaba. Sabi ng producer ko, bayaran na lang natin. Parang humahaba kasi siya Pero ayoko talagang bayaran, Bibs. Alam ni Jelly yun, ni attorney, kasi nakwento ko sa kanya before.
Kaya doon talaga papasok yung knowledge of your IP laws. Kasi may makikita ka na lang, it's not uncommon may kliyente na ako nakatanggap ng mga cease and desist letters. Parang nasisindak sila kasi there's this company abroad or big company na demanding na, oy, ihinto niyo yung ginagawa niyo. Pero from an IP perspective, from my point of view, kayang ilaban. Pero mahirap din kasi yung other considerations like kunwari, bata yung kliyente mo, minor, so ano ba, isa-subject mo ba ito sa ganon? Sige na, magpaubayan na tayo. So yun, depende sa sitwasyon. But having a basic knowledge of IP rights, even as creators, no, will give us leverage or at least hindi tayo babrasog-brasogin lang ng ganito. Mamaya may kwento na ako.
Sige, kasi yung mga examples, like for instance, si Dennis Garcia of Hot Dogs is a good friend of mine. And sometimes he always complain, pero hindi naman siya nagdedemanda or anything. Paano yun? Kasi parating ginagamit yung kanta nila Manila. Ano ba yan? Yung mga gano'n, di ba? Kasi yung mga hot dog songs, no? Madalas gamitin, ano? But he never complained. Kaya nagko-complain lang siya through friends na, nagamit na naman yung aming kanta without even permission. So, paano naman kung, let's say, kung yun yung mismong plaka nila or mismong song nila, but what if you sing their songs? Kinanta mo yung kanta nila.
Okay.
The infringement.
Kasi the first right under the IP code, under section 177, so reproduction of the work, no? Or a substantial portion. So, pag kinanta mo, in a way, nireproduce mo din. Also, kasama din yung public performance of the work. So, you performed it in public.
So, parang kung nag-karaoke ka, tapos video mo yung sarili mo, and then you put it out on the Facebook, ano na yun? Infringement na yun.
Technically, yes. Pero parang personally, it's one of the forgivable things. Parang, hindi ka naman nahabulin siguro ng hotdogs for singing karaoke, no? Diba?
Oh, hindi ba? I was,
siguro,
yung mga ibang mga kanta. Kasi marami ako nakikita niya sa mga Facebook. They sing their song, kanta ng iba, tapos kakantahin nila. So,
pero it may be the case, Miss Viv, na kung familiar kayo sa konsepto na sa PhilSCAP, Filipino.
Yeah, PhilSCAP. Correct.
So, some establishments, baka hindi ko sure about karaoke pero some establishments are they pay to PhilSCAP. PhilSCAP kasi is a collective management organization. Meaning, I am an artist, PhilSCAP paki-manage naman yung copyright ko. Para hindi ako yung hahabulin ko si Jollibee, si Macdo, whenever they play my music. Ikaw na lang, please. Ganon.
I see.
Ganon in principle yung ginagawa ng collective management organizations. So, kung pupunta kayo sa ibang restaurant, may makikita kayong sticker na item, PhilSCAP.
Yes.
We value music. So, pag ganon, binigyan sila ng PhilSCAP ng license to yung mga work na under their portfolio, 'di ba? Nagme-member nga yung mga singers, mga composers. So yung mga works na nasa kanila na minamanage, pwedeng gamitin nung nagbabayad ng licenses ng royalties. I'm sure kayo dito sa Radyo Bandido, meron din kayong
yes.
'Di ba, with PhilSCAP.
Yes. That's why I cannot use any meron akong gustong gamitin music, hindi allowed.
Yon. Because wala pa kayong permission, right? So I would think, hopefully, ideally, ganun din yung sa mga public places where music is a common currency. So dapat nga, actually there is a recent case in the Supreme Court, August, 2 months ago. Ang nangyari was there's this restaurant sa Baguio. Nagpe-play sila ng radyo. Diba? People eat.
Yes.
Tapos nagpe-play, let's say, an FM station that plays music. Right? Yung iba ginagawa Spotify, piniplay, di ba? Ang sabi nung establishment, teka lang, bayad na ng radio station yung license over the songs that they're playing.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Pero ang sinasabi, the other party is PhilSCAP. PhilSCAP yung naghabol. So sabi ng PhilSCAP, teka lang, this is another broadcasting, another performance. Diba? And the effect is, dahil nagpi-play kayo ng music, kumikita pa nga kayo na-enhance yung ambience ng pagkain ng mga tao. At kumikita kayo dahil, because kasama yan sa ginagawa niyo sa video. Therefore, you need to pay another set of license, another license sa amin. So yun. And the Supreme Court sabi, nga, another broadcast na naman, another performance na naman yun. So bayad ka na.
Okay, Attorney March, let's pause for a break. Let's expound that more. Commercial po muna tayo.
Sally Masa with host Sunny Ilustre digs into current events and human interests. All viewers and listeners are invited to take part in the discussion. All opinions are welcome and respected. Sally Masa is open to assist those experiencing injustice. The motto of the show is, if God is with us, who is against us? Seen every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air channel 29, facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, or on YouTube, channel DZRJ 810 AM, Radio Bandido.
Serbisyo publiko ba ang hanap mo? Programang tutulong at aalalay sa iyo. Tuwing linggo, Carmen Ignacio, Mark Anthony Ignacio, Miss Teresita Amansek, Malasaki Kapwa. 2 oras ng aksyon, ng tulong, ng puso. Malasakit Kapwa. 1:00 hanggang 3:00 ng hapon. Malasakit Kapwa. Mapapanood at mapakikinggan sa DZRJ 8:10 AM sa Radyo Bandido TV, TV Plus boxes, Sky Cable Channel 224, Digital Free-to-Air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM at sa YouTube channel
DZRJ 810 AM, Radio Bandido.
Malasakit Kapwa. Aksyon, tulong, puso. Malasakit Kapwa.
Good News Pilipinas with host Francis de Guzman is advocacy in action, which brings to you exclusives to enhance life's values that really matter. This program also brings forth guideposts on scriptural truths, giving hope to nations. Watch and listen on Radio Bandido TV every Sunday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. on Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, DZRJ 810 AM, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, and YouTube channel DZRJ 810 AM, Radio Bandido. Revolutions Per Minute with host Marilyn Craig and guest co-host future Dr. Zoe will revolutionize your life. Spend lunch with them every Saturday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. This is your Love Life Teleradio with interviews with people from all walks of lives, as well as personalities with stories that enlighten and inspire. So catch RPM on Radio Bandido TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, free-to-air Channel 29, DZRJ 810 AM, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, and YouTube channel DZRJ 810 AM, Radio Bandido. Join Arnel Doria as he explores the world of travel, transportation, road safety, and the environment. Tune in to Good Trip every Saturday at 1 to 2 p.m. on Radio Bandito TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 a.m. and YouTube channel DZRJ 810 a.m. Radio Bandito. Fierce, fast, and on the go. Reporters Hour, hosted by Errol Dacame. Meet the fearless reporters of Teleradio Bandito TV. Celestino Jojo Sicat, Vance Fernandez, Jong Manapas, Jimmy Mahusay, Felix Tambonco, and Romel Madrigal. During a crisis, you need timely and up-to-date reports on Radio Bandito TV daily, plus on Reporters Hour, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Except Tuesdays on Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, digital free-to-air Channel 29, DZRJ 810 a.m., Facebook.com/DZRJ 810 a.m., and on YouTube channel DZRJ 810 a.m. Radio Bandito.
How many times have you thought of changing your roof because it's old and it's leaking already? But you always postpone it because you think it will bother your daily life, your normal schedule. Now, you don't have to leave your house to change your roof with InstaStructure's add-on roof. It's as easy as we just put a new roof above your old roof. It's called add-on roof. You don't get bothered at all. Before you know it, you'll have a new roof on your heads. And since there are two roofs, it's cooler and there's less noise when it rains. For your add-on roofing needs, call InstaRoof by InstaStructures, powered by Jacinto, with 64 years of roofing experience. You can even buy online. Just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/InstaStructures, or go to our website, www.instastructures.net, where our online sales assistants will guide you. For inquiries, call our hotline at 0947-917-3232. I repeat, 0947-917-3232.
Chit Chat with Double V with host Vivian Velez is a program that breaks down important national concerns, events, and stories, featuring newsmaker interviews and compelling features to add context, clarity, and answer the questions on your mind. Every Sundays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Radio Bandito TV, Channel 224 Sky Cable, TV Plus boxes, GMA Afforda Box, Easy Box, and all DTT boxes. Simulcast on DZRJ 810 a.m. Seen on Facebook/DZRJ 810 a.m. and YouTube channel DZRJ 810 a.m. Radio Bandito.
We're back with Attorney Angela Santiago. We call him Attorney Jello. And of course, with my co-host, si Raymond Diamzon, si Monch. Monch, yung nabinbin natin kanina, medyo exciting yung pinag-uusapan natin kasi palagay ko kasi dun sa ating mga Facebook and ating mga TikTok and any social media, medyo marami tayong mga violations na hindi natin alam.
Yeah, actually nga parang ang ganda rin ng pag-uusap para naririnig din ng mga listeners natin on how to conduct their broadcast and how to use music kasi marami naman sa atin, 'di ba, mga Pilipino kasi mahilig tayo sa kasiyahan. So we sing, we dance, we share away all the experiences na meron tayo. So without really thinking kung meron ba tayong mga na-infringe na mga rights, and mabuti rin na ikukwento natin through Attorney Jello na ano yung mga do's and don'ts, and at the same time tayo din actually gusto kong puntahan later on sa conversation natin. Lahat naman tayo kasi may IP tayo, creators tayo eh. We just don't know it, whether you're an artist or you're a cook, you're an inventor into science and everything. lahat tayo parang na-empower na to do more and to think and to write and to innovate more. Basta alam natin on how to protect our IP para sabi nga ni attorney kanina, hindi ka naman gumagawa ng IP just to express and just to di ba parang just to showcase your talent. Of course you want to earn, you want to make the most out of it. And meron tayong gobyerno at meron tayong IP code na batas to help us through it kung paano natin siya i-maximize. Ayun. So, kanina nga nabanggit yung Bibs, yung sa mga broadcast ng mga ganyan. And of course, very recently, nung May, nagkaroon tayo ng eleksyon at yung mga campaign na ang dami mga kandidato na ginagamit yung mga songs na naging controversial, hindi ba? So, merong mga naghabol, meron din mga sinabi na kino-contest, kumbaga, na parang the fact na kinakanta doon yung mga songs ng mga singers, ng mga creators is napapasikat, kumbaga na ibabalik sa national consciousness yung artists. So medyo siya, debatable siya. Paano ba ang natin dito, attorney, yung paano ba yung guidelines natin pagdating sa election, sa mga campaign jingles?
Right, thank you. Balik pa rin tayo doon, no? Sa rule na may authorization ba pag wala, then di pwede. Now, yung very interesting yung point na sinabi mo na parang utang na loob mo pa nga sa akin, nasisikat ka ulit eh. Parang gano'n di ba? Pero imagine, kung ikaw yung author ng work and I have had a client na ginamit yung work niya nung kandidato na hindi niya gusto. And actually, even in the US, di ba, yung, I think it was Donald Trump na gumamit ng kating Ariana Grande. Tapos si Ariana Grande hindi naman supporter ni Donald Trump. So parang, as an artist or as a creator of the music, the lyrics, yung sensibilities mo na-offend, di ba? So, hindi mo utang na loob in the first place. Kasi nga, una nagbigay ka ba ng permission? And in fact, kung walang permission, pwede ka maghabol. And yung use in elections is not actually part of the exceptions dun sa infringement. Ayun. So, either gawa kayo ng bago, di ba? Kung gusto niyong makatulong sa bansa, sa mga fellow creators natin, magpa-commission kayo ng bagong work. Di ba? Rather than just na equally catchy, rather than just riding on to the fame of current songs, di ba? And what does that say to you, about you kapag nagnanakaw pala itong si ganito ng work ng may work, di ba?
Yeah, and actually, hindi lang sa election, kundi sa ibang any public gathering, kung ano man na maging nature niyan, minsan festivities, may mga fiesta, mga ganyan-ganyan. And sometimes, yung mga entertainers, out of spontaneity, di ba parang sinasabi, oy, kanta tayo, ganito, tapos and then on top of the mind, meron may isip na kanta, and then sumusunod yung mga audience. So parang just for the, parang kasiyahan siya on that context, hindi naman talaga siya ninanakaw. Sabihin, ayaan mo na kasi kasiyahan naman, ganun. Yung mga Pilipino, mahilig sa mga ganun talaga, kung ano talaga maisip. On the spot, di ba, nakakaisip ko ano yung kakantahin. Yung mga ganung bagay ba, attorney, siya? Paano natin yun i-contextualize?
Well, the best way really to go about it is, punta na kayo sa PhilSCAP, parang I have this event na I might use this. So, pwede namang one-off yung bayad mo para hindi rin kayo kabado kung hahabulin ba kami. Pero the fact na, yun nga, sabi mo, mahilig tayo sa festivities, and even if wala naghahabol, no, hindi nangangahulugan that it's okay. Right? So, para lang to inculcate, lalo na pag marami mga batang nanonood din, di ba, or kasama sa mga ganong events, to ask, para maturuan din natin ang mga tama. Kasi at the end of the day, really, what we want for people to inculcate is a culture of respect for IP. Much like, kunwari, yung cellphone mo, Miss Viv, kahit nakalapag lang yan sa mesa, hindi ko siya kukunin. Hindi ko kakalkalin. Because I respect your ownership, for your privacy, for your work.
Yeah.
So, bakit hindi natin pwedeng i-extend yung ganon sa pinag-igapan ng bawat isa sa atin? Ang hirap mag-isip ng kanta, mag-compose, ang hirap mag-perform. Why don't we give these performers, these artists, the respect that they deserve by not not infringing. Yeah.
Pero may tanong ako, attorney, paano yung mga, let's say, as an artist, usually we sign contract for, let's say, a film, no? Or a teleserye or something like that. And that contract is really for one-time use. Meaning, pagka ginamit na natapos ng teleserye and then that's it, no? Pero, nagkakaroon kasi ng minsan, i-replay nila yun. And that is out of your contract. That is copyrighted yun, di ba?
Yes.
Kumbaga, pwede ka maghabol doon, di ba? Kasi wala namang sa usapan nyo sa kontrata that they'll be using it for like so many years. After that, yeah.
Actually, dito ka papunta yung sinasabi kong kwento ka mamaya. Dito ka na ipapasok.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Kasi meron akong grupo, undergraduate organization ko. Gumagawa kami ng performances, ethnic music style. Hihiram kami ng elements from ethnic groups. Okay. Tapos, kino-commission yung grupo namin to create a track in a movie. And ang usual, pag hindi ka kasi masyado maalam sa intellectual property, sige go, gamitin mo. Tapos, ang bayad usually per rehearsal, tapos lump sum, di ba? Yung start, sige, bigyan kita ng ganyan. Not thinking na, ay, perpetual pala tong work na to. Tapos, bawat replay niyan, pag napunta pa sa ibang bansa yung movie, kikita pa yan, di ba? So, not thinking that far ahead. So, una, it depends on anong pag-uusapan niyo sa kontrata. May organizations that I know of, that once knows, na once na magbigay ka lang ng work sa kanila or automatic kukunin na nila yung copyright. If it's part of your work for them, no? The work you can do for them. So if the copyright is with them na, over your performance, over your work, no? Winave mo na in their favor, then hindi ka na pwede maghabol ng infringement. Kasi binigay mo na sa kanila. Okay? Pero, as an artist, binanggit ko, di ba, meron tayong moral rights na sinasabi. So, depende. Pwede mong, kapag hindi ka sinite, for example, then pwede mong habulin na, ay, you need to cite me as part, no? Okay. There may be some cases also na, so, there may be some cases na hindi mo naman ita-transfer yung copyright. Or actually, kung hindi rin maalam yung kabilang party, it's going to be, kunwari ako yung producer, tapos ikaw, Miss Viv, yung artist, no? Usually, ang mangyari dyan, commissioned work. Ko-commission kita, gumawa ka ng work, di ba? Under the law, ako yung may-ari nung literal track, no? But the copyright is with you. Yun yung general rule. Unless, in the contract, sabihin natin na you're assigning the copyright to me. And para sa mga maalam sa IP ng mga companies, mga producers, usually na-assign nila yan. Kasi, imagine na, if hindi mo in-assign sa akin, every single time, papaalam ako sa'yo. So, kaya usually lump sum payment yan. Now, yung usapin after na nung first screening, no, pwede rin maging part ng kontrata nyo. So, parang thinking ahead, ay, parang kikita to ng X million pesos. Sige, bigyan mo ko ng 1%, 2%, or pwede mo akong bigyan ng percentage of your sales, or if lumagpas ng let's say, 1 million gross sales, doon mo ako bibigyan ng ama. So, I suggest na yung mga ganong usapan, sa start pa lang, think about it, and lagyan nyo sa kontrata.
I think we're not so much aware of it. That it is only now lately na yung ating mga rights, no, as artists and as writers, no. Kasi in Hollywood, di ba, in the US, sa Hollywood kasi talagang, I think even pagka maski may mga edad na yung mga artista ron, they're still getting paid for the films that they've made. Kahit medyo matagal na, no? So I think it's really a contract, no, between a producer and the artists or the writers or whatnot. But I think it's not being practiced. I don't think it's being practiced right now sa Philippines, no? Hindi pa masyadong, I don't know if it's too much to ask. Siguro yung mga ibang artista, ayaw na lang na to ask for those kasi parang yung mga contracts are silent about it. No, may mga napirmahan na ako ng mga contract that are silent about it. And so, kung silent ba ganon, Attorney Jello, paano kung silent ang contract? It has no mention of any of the copyright.
Kapag silent, there are general rules. Yun yan, pag wala
that
kang
will
kontrato,
apply. That will apply.
Oo. So, kunwari, yun nga, kinontrata kita, kinomission kita to create a song.
Oo.
So, the general rule is, nasa iyo yung copyright, nasa akin yung ownership ng track, ng recording. So, I need to ask
Pero nasa akin ang copyright.
Yes,
Parang,
legally, I need to ask you every single time. But if hindi ka maalam naman sa IP, akala mo na transfer mo na sa akin. Diba? Yun. As regards, basta yun, there are rules na yung ownership una ng copyright over the work. Yun yung isa sa
okay,
mga basic.
so pagka meron ka kinreate na story and then pinuduce ng producer, that doesn't mean the producer owns the story of the film.
Sorry? Kapag?
Let's say kunyari a producer, like if I'm the producer and then merong pinasend sa akin si Monch ng story. So that doesn't mean na nasa akin na yung copyright, meaning I can always reproduce the story of Monch. You know, kumbaga sa akin, pwede kong i-reproduce ulit.
It depends.
Sa contract yan.
Sa contract.
Hindi, kung silent yung contract.
Pag silent yung contract, the rule is Monch still owns it. Kasi siya ang
Still
author
owns the story. Siya pa rin.
author, right?
Hindi, pero let's say I commissioned him.
Yes,
to do the
but
story.
the physical work is yours. Physical thing. Yung print.
It's Monch. It's Monch
Pero
work.
We have to distinguish between the physical thing and the contents. So a book is a thing.
Yes.
You can write on it, you can highlight it,
Yeah.
right? You can cut it up if you want to. But what you cannot do is reproduce the contents because
Yun.
tatawid ka na sa intellectual property,
I see.
which is Raymond's work.
Yes.
Yeah. Pero I have a question about that, attorney, kasi parang in principle, kung contracted ka ng isang producer, lahat ng mga iniisip mo, lahat ng mga sinasubmit mo mga konsepto, especially pag written siya, kasi documented siya dahil ipasa mo and then nasa property nila, whether na-produce na yung concept na yon or not, property nila yon. So yung concept na yon, kahit ikaw yung nag-originate, you cannot recreate that and contract or engage with another producer kasi owned na siya yung concept niya, tama ba? Kasi like for example, ako, nung nag-work ako sa Star Cinema, I originated Volta, yung character ng superhero na portrayed by I. de las Alas. So, lahat ng rights ko about that character, superhero character, winave ko na. Is that so? Ganun ba yung mga ganun? Pag-aari na talaga siya ng Star Cinema. Hindi ko siya pwedeng i-recreate for my own, diba, nagkaroon ako ng show sa YouTube and I want Volta to be the central character. Hindi ko na siya pwedeng gawin.
It depends ulit, talaga. Kasi yun naman sasabi ko, if ang nature na engagement mo sa kanila, independent contractor, then yun yung rule, no? Star Cinema, scriptwriter, ikaw yung may-ari nung script mo, the vault and all that. But kung ako si Star Cinema, dahil big company ako, I know my IP rights, I will ask you to assign. Para cornered ko na lahat. Also when I want to make merchandise, etc. Kung halimbawa naman, empleyado ka ng Star Cinema, magkaiba yan ha, independent contractor versus employee. If employee ka ng Star Cinema, matic. Yung automatic.
Yeah. I see.
Tama. So actually parang naalala ko ngayon, babes, kasi parang nasa contract yun na lahat, during the tenure na meron ko doon sa company, lahat talaga ng mga sinasabit mo tsaka iniisip mo, you agree to it na parang sila na magmamay-ari no kasi binabayaran ka. Meron kasi siyang compensation. So parang the fact na binayaran ka, you're giving everything in perpetuity doon. Unless nga kaya ngayon yung wino-work out dun sa sa legislation, sa standardization ng mga fees and benefits ng mga writers and ng mga content creators is maging standard sa contract na yung mga creators meron silang residual fees or royalty na eventually kumbaga parang nasa batas siya na hindi mo pwedeng ibenta in perpetuity lahat ng mga IP mo. Dapat meron ka pa ring benefits in the future. But hindi pa siya actually na workout kasi I'm sure mag-a-appeal yung mga producers kasi kailangan maging win-win solution for both parties.
Yeah. Also on that point, no, you mentioned kasi sa batas meron sinasabi na resale rights.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a specific class of works like original painting, original sculpture, original manuscript na kunwari sinulat mo. Every time that thing gets sold, you should get 5% of the sales every time. Yeah. So we don't know it because nobody nobody enforces it, but it's in the law. So actually yung copyright law natin, author-centric siya in the sense na, may 5% ka every time your work is sold. Tapos, yung rule nga as regards independent contracting, if independent contractor ka, then the author owns the copyright. Hindi siya na-assign.
I see. Well, ang dami pa nating marami pa talaga tanong and thank you so much Attorney Jello for joining us. I know it's a Saturday afternoon pero malaking bagay itong napag-usapan natin kasi marami tayong naliwanagan. As you were saying, marami pa rin talagang tao yung mga tanong na hindi pa talaga klaro. And any final words, Attorney Jello?
Kami pa promote ka. I've heard meron ka mga projects.
Una shoutout sa angkan kong nanonood.
Hi, hello po.
Hi mom, hi tito, tita.
Hi mom.
Dad. So for me in going into intellectual property, my advocacy is to create a culture, to encourage a culture of respect for IP. Kasi it's, as Ms. Viv mentioned kanina, na it's not just about incentivizing the authors, but also making the world a better place. Kung wala tayong IP, wala tayong cellphones ngayon, wala tayong apps, di tayo nakakapag-TikTok, diba? So, we should, the same way that we respect physical ownership over things, dapat ganun din tayo about IP. And feeling ko nga dapat more so kasi mahirap mag-isip. And ito nga, ang maganda about IP is, utak ka lang yung puhunan mo, pwede ka nang yumaman, di ba? And you can help make the world a better place. And hindi naman kailangan na super talino mo right? Basta you have the passion to work, to create works, and all of that, you can benefit from IP. So, ayan. Thank you.
Attorney, so where do they look for you if just in case they need consultancy?
LinkedIn /in/SAR Santiago.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Monch. I'll see you again next Sunday. And thank you, everyone. Thank you talaga, Attorney Jello. And I hope we can have you again kasi marami pang tanong na hindi na itatanong. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kachicha. Bye-bye. Next Sunday again. Bye.
Thank you.